I guess I should be honored that the former president of the United States took time out of his busy schedule Googling Ivanka in bikini to rant about me, but...
Still just concepts? Do you have a fully developed plan?
Let me explain. Obamacare stinks. It's lousy.
For 1 minute, he's saying Obamacare stinks. 30 seconds later, he's saying this.
I am the one that saved Obamacare. Obamacare, when I took it over, was a disaster.
Trump's fuming again, folks. But what's got his toupee in a twist this time? Turns out Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert dropped a bomb that sent the Donald into full meltdown mode. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Buckle up, because we're about to spill the tea on the one word that made Trump lose his marbles. It's juicier than a Mar-a-Lago burger and twice as messy. Well, folks, it looks like Trump's found a new enemy in his never-ending battle against, well, everyone. This time, he set his sights on the wild and dangerous world of late-night TV. I know, it's shocking. Who knew comedians were such a threat to national security?
The MAGA nuts and Sweaty Teddy doing this. Trump's own running mate, J.D. Vance, is the main source of this nonsense. He's been talking about this in speeches. He's been posting about this.
Nobody knows more about trade than me.
Nobody knows the system better than me.
Nobody knows the banking industry better than me.
Nobody knows more about environmental impact statements. A case where if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone.
It's true. No, it is true. Just think about that. If it could happen to him.
Our favorite Orange ex-president took to social media to unleash a tirade against Jimmy Kimmel's Oscar hosting gig. But in true Trump fashion, he managed to confuse Kimmel with Al Pacino. Maybe he thought he was watching Scent of a Woman instead of the Academy Awards? Hooah! Trump's posts were a masterclass in his signature style, angry, inaccurate, and absolutely obsessed with TV ratings. He accused Kimmel of suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, which is apparently a very serious condition that affects anyone who dares to make jokes about the Donald. The symptoms include uncontrollable laughter and a sudden urge to fact-check everything. But let's be real, this isn't Trump's first rodeo when it comes to attacking entertainers who criticize him. He's got a long history of throwing tantrums whenever someone in Hollywood hurts his feelings. It's like he's trying to win an Oscar for best performance in a Twitter meltdown. What's really got everyone scratching their heads is why this particular attack was so specific and confused. Did Kimmel touch a nerve? Did Trump mistake his TV remote for his phone again? The world may never know. Here's the kicker, though. Trump's rant actually ended up drawing more attention to Kimmel's jokes about him. It's like he's his own worst publicist. Every time he tries to shut down criticism, he just amplifies it.
To anyone who commits crimes, no matter who they are. Do you realize it doesn't matter who you are?
If I did it, you would be standing up in that chair shouting at me. And you know what I'd do? I'd say, you got me.
I'll tell you, I can buy Trump grabbing two pussies at once.
It's the Trump touch. Everything he tries to destroy just gets more popular. But hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because this story isn't over yet. Just when you thought it was safe to go back on social media, an unexpected defender enters the ring. And trust me, you won't believe who's about to throw down in this comedy cage match. Imagine Trump's surprise when he realizes his Kimmel takedown backfired spectacularly. Not only did he give Kimmel more material, but he also awakened a comedy kraken. Stephen Colbert's entering the fray, and he's armed with zingers that'll make Trump wish he'd stuck to ranting about windmills. What happens when two of TV's sharpest wits team up against the thin-skinned former president?
Trump's hardcore fans may be a lot of things. Bright is not one of them.
I know nothing about QAnon. I know nothing about it.
I know nothing about the indictment.
I know nothing about WikiLeaks.
I have no idea who these women are.
Turns out Colbert and Kimmel aren't just fellow late-night hosts. They're podcast brothers from Strikeforce 5. And Colbert's not about to let anyone mess with his comedy family. He jumped to Kimmel's defense faster than Trump jumps to conclusions, vowing to protect his pal until my death or until the next ad for Mint Mobile. Now that's friendship goals, folks. But Colbert didn't stop at just defending his buddy. Oh no, he went full roast mode on the Donald. He pointed out how ridiculous it is that Trump, in the middle of a presidential campaign and drowning in federal indictments, is obsessing over an award show from over a month ago. It's like worrying about your high school prom outfit while your house is on fire.
The witnesses that were on our side, they were literally crucified by this man who looks like an angel, but he's really a devil. He looks so nice and soft.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
We're gonna have to get a change.
But he suffered from TDS, commonly known as Trump derangement syndrome. Well, now that is false. And there's only one person who suffered from Trump derangement syndrome. His name is Donald Trump.
Colbert's takedown wasn't just funny, it was surgical. He hit Trump right where it hurts, mocking his fixation on TV ratings and award shows. It's like Colbert has a map of Trump's insecurities and he's playing darts with it. And let's be real, with Trump's ego, that map is probably bigger than his infamous border wall plans. This comedy tag team is doing more than just cracking jokes. They're shaping how people see politics. When these guys roast Trump, it's not just entertainment. It's like a spicy, laugh-filled civics lesson. They're turning Trump's tweets into punchlines and his policies into parodies. It's democracy with a laugh track and people are tuning in. So how will the grumpy Trumpy handle this double dose of mockery? If history's any guide, we can expect more all caps tweets, maybe some name calling, and definitely some creative spelling. But here's the thing, every time Trump lashes out, he just proves Colbert and Kimmel right. It's like he's writing their jokes for them. In the end, Colbert's defense of Kimmel isn't just about friendship, it's showing how thin-skinned Trump really is. The more he reacts, the more he reveals, and in the world of late-night comedy, that's pure gold. But this feud isn't just fun and games, it's got real-world consequences that might surprise you. Stick around, because we're about to see how a couple of jokesters might just change the political game.
Nice? Nice and soft? As you think of the judge or the Pillsbury Doughboy? He looks like a delicious angel, but his cans are full of lies. He says...
I said,
And they got me. I said, I want to wear it on stage. When they said I looked thinner.
The other stupid and racist thing Trump keeps doing is intentionally mispronouncing Kamala's name. Sometimes it's Kamala, sometimes it's Kamala, and sometimes it goes with both.
So it looks like late night comedy is still giving Trump heartburn, even when he's not in the White House anymore. Kimmel and Colbert are basically political ninjas with microphones, slicing through Trump's ego faster than he can tweet fake news. Their jokes aren't just funny, they're changing how people think about politics. Next time you're watching these comedy shows, remember you're not just laughing, you're part of a bigger conversation. These hosts are like the court jesters of democracy, poking fun at the powerful and making us think while we chuckle. And let's be real, as long as Trump keeps providing material, these guys will keep the jokes coming. It's like he's their personal comedy ATM, spitting out punchlines faster than he spits out hamburgers. So grab your popcorn, folks. This show's far from over.